Mrtransformers96 here with another video review. This time it's a review of like the toys that we saw from the toy fair and the different toy lines that Hasbro and all the toy companies are going to release this summer. So very cool. So I just have this is a hard word for me to say for some reason. A representation. I know I said it wrong, but you probably know what I'm saying. Of every of some kind of figure in that toy line, and I'm just going to take them one by one and just talk about the toy line, whether I'll be collecting it, how many I plan to collect it, and just like stuff like that. So so here you go. And then one quick thing, I did pick up Heavy, so expect that review soon. So very cool. So let's just start with just the kind of the smallest toy line leading up to the top. So what I'm going to start with is, first of all, very cool toy fair, and all the toys from the toy fair were very cool. So very nice. So first, I'm just going to start off with Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, their new toy line that we saw at the toy fair. So very cool. This is just a representation from, oh, I said it right that time. Okay, well, whatever. From Pirates of the Caribbean, the second one, Davy Jones. So pretty cool. So I will review this guy later. Since the new movie's coming out, I am going to review my old Pirates of the Caribbean toys, if you want that, so just to let you know. So the toy line that we saw, I was not excited, or just really didn't care much about the new Pirates of the Caribbean movies toys. You know, I didn't really expect them to look any good. I really didn't plan on getting any of them. But then we saw the toys at the toy fair, and you know, I kind of like them. I'm going to be a very light collector when it comes to Pirates of the Caribbean, this fourth one. What I've done in past movies, the second movie, was really the only one that I really collected from, because I love Davy Jones and his crew. I love them. So, so what I did is I got Davy Jones and his entire crew. I have every single crew member that, they released for the 3 3/4 inch line. I'll review all of them, in the next couple weeks, too. So, so yeah, so I collected all of those, and that was pretty much it. And I plan on doing about the same thing with this movie. Blackbeard is the main villain, just like Davy Jones was in the second one. So Blackbeard's the new villain in the third one, and I think, I might be incorrect, but I think he has a crew of like zombie kind of type things, people. In the Pirates of the Caribbean trailer, he says, you know, there will be zombies or whatever, and in pictures that you see, a lot of those zombies that you saw in the trailer were like next to Blackbeard. So I think that that's his crew, and if it is, then I will be, I will buy the Blackbeard 3 3/4 inch and all of the zombie crew, just like I did with the second movie, just with Davy Jones and his crew. So that's what I plan to do. They do have a 6-inch line that I've never really collected for Pirates of the Caribbean, so I don't plan to. It did say that they have a Build-A-Figure though, so that's really cool. But he really didn't like show us the back of the person that was like doing a video just talking about the stuff from the toy fair. We didn't get to see the back of the box, see who the Build-A-Figure was. The person said like Gunner, I guess. I don't know who that is, so that doesn't help me very much. But what I did think, I think it's like one of the zombie type of guys, because I did see the front of the box, and in the kind of corner, it kind of has a picture of the zombie, and I think that's because that's the Build-A-Figure. So if that's the case, I probably won't get it. If there's some kind of like sea monster or something monster kind of Build-A-Figure from that line, like the Kraken, just whatever's in the fourth one though, then I will probably get it. But if it's just like a zombie or just a normal person for the Build-A-Figure, I really am not going to get any of the 6-inch. But you can expect me to get the 3 3/4 inch Blackbeard and his zombie crew. So there you go. So a light collecting on this guy I'm going to do, you know, just get a few figures just like that. So pretty cool. So there you go. So I started with the lightest and going up, and now I'm probably going to go to Iron Man. the new Iron Man toys are packaged very differently. They like the packaging that the Thor has. We haven't seen Captain America's packaging. Oh wait, maybe we have. Yeah, they all have like the same type of packaging. Now, it's kind of cool looking, so very cool. And they're releasing some new Iron Man figures, and I just have to say, I think that I'm just going to stop collecting Iron Man figures now. I mean, they're just barely just spitting out a few repaints, and they're all repaints of just different characters. There's probably only going to be one that I might get, and that's the Hammer Drone. And it's just this guy, just repainted, and the head is different. So nothing special at all with the new Iron Man lines. They're all repaints of different characters. I think they're all repaints, pretty much sure. So absolutely no excitement there for me. I'm probably not going to collect any more Iron Man figures. If they release to the stores the Mandalorian, I know that's not his name, but that's the guy. He's got like an immovable helmet and like a sword type of thing. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. I'm just not 100% sure what he's named right now. But if you know what I'm talking about, if they release him in stores, I'll pick them up. I'll pick him up, and I might pick up the Hammer Drone. But other than that, really, from the toys that we saw, I'm not going to get any others, probably. Unless there's some fantastic sale, and, you know, I just go, why not? So there you go. So next thing would have to be, I'm just going to go Clone Wars here. So, the Clone Wars, I just started collecting that, like, a couple months ago, back in, like, November, I think I started collecting it. So I'm not a huge collector, from, Clone Wars, since I just started later, but, I do like their series, and I will continue to collect their series, though. With Clone Wars and Marvel Universe, I have been almost collecting just about every figure in the wave, maybe missing, like, one, from the last couple of waves. Just because those are really the only big toy lines that are out right now that I like. So I've been collecting those mostly. When, you know, the next Clone Wars kind of waves start coming in, I'm going to be very particular, and I'm just going to pick out figures that really stand out, and I'll probably get like one, two, or three, just, you know, one of those type of things, for every wave. I'm not going to keep collecting almost all of the wave, you know, I'm just going to get a few that I like, and, you know, that goes for Marvel Universe. I'm just going to do these guys together. There's some cool figures coming out with both of these lines, but, since the new Thor, Captain America, Transformers, all that stuff is coming out, I'm going to start, you know, putting my money towards them and kind of fading away from these guys for this summer, at least until the other toy lines have cooled down, and then I'll start collecting at full force with these guys, I guess you could say. So I'm going to be light collecting on these two, and so yeah, so just picking out some select figures that I really like, that the way they look, and not all of them. And then just one thing to add with Marvel Universe, they have a new Sentinel massive figure like Galactus. This one's only 16 inches. Galactus was 19 inches, but it's fairly close. So, I definitely will get that. When that hits retail, you know, it might be like a week or two after it hits stores that I'll buy it just to save up, because it's $55. But, when I start seeing it in stores, expect me to get that eventually, because, that's cool. I like the big figures. I love that way they look and stuff. So, very cool. And then, almost done here, we have just Captain America. Now, I just have this little Captain America guy here because I really don't have any Captain America figures, you know, like from any other line. I do have a Marvel Universe Captain America, but that's in the Invaders set that I have in package, so I didn't want to take them out just for this review. So yeah, Captain America, they really didn't show very much of their toys, which I was a little disappointed on. One thing that I was really hoping that they'd show that they didn't from the Toy Fair is Red Skull. I mean, Red Skull, no matter really how he looks, I'm definitely going to get that toy. Of course, he's amazing. The Captain America, all the different redecos of Captain America, you know, with different accessories, different paint jobs and all that, I'm probably not going to do. I'm just going to probably get original Captain America, just the basic Captain America figure, and then with the figures that are not Captain America, all of the other Bucky, Winter Soldier, Red Skull, all of that, I'll get one of each of them, because they're the other characters. So because in Iron Man, let's see, how many do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 different Iron Man figures from the Iron Man wave, and you know, it's just a bunch of different repaints and, you know, different things that they call it that weren't in the movie, and I'm probably not going to do that. I'm going to get one basic Captain America that was in the movie, probably. If he goes like from an old Captain America kind of look, and then he goes to a new one, I'll probably get one of each of those. So I'm not going to go with all the different named Captain America suits that aren't in the movie, that kind of stuff. But all the other additional characters that aren't Captain America, all the different characters, sidekicks, enemies, all that kind of stuff, I will get all of them as well. So Thor, we got to see quite a bit of the toys coming out for Thor, which was really nice. Got to see a lot of characters, so that was great. Loki, well, Captain America, I mean Thor, I'm going to do the same thing with Captain America with this Thor thing. I'm going to get 1 or 2 just basic Thor figures. That's pretty much what I'm going to do. They released like 4 different kind of characters that I have no idea who they are. They're just kind of like people. They're not Thor. They're just kind of like people that are in Thor. And I'm going to get all of them, if you know who I'm talking about. I don't know. The Frost Giant and Odin. I'll definitely get Odin. I think they have 2 different Odins coming out. I'll get them both. But the Frost Giant, of course. Let's see here. The Destroyer, they seem to have like a light up one and a regular one. It might just be the same one, just 2 different pictures. But if there are 2 different Destroyers, I'll get them both. So yeah, let me think here. There's another guy that kind of has like a stand with 2 things that shoot out. If you saw the picture, you know what I'm talking about. I'll get him as well. And then Loki is the other one. They have one like basic Loki figure, kind of before he had that cool hat horn thing. If you know, I don't know what that's called. And then they have one of the Loki with the horn thing helmet that he has on. And then they had a repaint of just the basic one. And I'll get all 3 of those because I'm a big fan of the villains. You probably noticed by which toys I review most. I'm a big fan of villains, so I'll get all of those. Even though one is just a repaint, I'll still get them. It looks cool. So there you go. So pretty much the same thing, just one or 2 basic figures for these guys of the original Captain America and Thor, and then I'll get all the other side characters that aren't these 2 main characters. All the side characters, I'll get them, and depending on if they repaint them, I'll decide based on the character that I like. With Loki, of course, I'll get all the repaints. With the other characters like Odin, you know, I'll get 1 more, but not a bunch. So there you go. So there's for those 2. And the last one, a Dark of the Moon Transformer toys. Nothing too spectacularly different. We saw the Sentinel Prime. That was pretty much the only different character that we saw that we haven't seen. You know, there were some more, but not too many. And with that line, I've always collected just just the Decepticons that were in the movie. I got 1 of each Decepticon that was in the movie, and if they like had a leader and a Voyager, I just get the leader and I skip the Voyager. That's what I used to do. Over the year after the second one came out, I started collecting Autobots, and I started getting both the Voyager and leader of the characters and stuff like that. And this year, I'm going to probably get 1 character from each character. I'm gonna get I'm very confused. I'm gonna get all the Autobots and Decepticons in the movie. Autobots as well. I haven't really been a hardcore Autobot collector, but with this year, I think I'm going to go for all the Autobots and all the Decepticons in the movie. Definitely all the Decepticons, but Autobots, I probably will go with all the Autobots in the movie. Now, the big Supreme Prime. Very cool looking figure. With him, you know, he's $100, and I was definitely willing to pay that for Devastator because I'm a big Decepticon fan. I'm not a huge Autobot fan, and I'm not a huge fan of Prime. You know, he's the main character, so we've got to get a Prime, but, you know, he's just not my super favorite. So here's what I'm going to do. When it comes out, the $100 figure, I'm probably not going to buy it right away. I'm going to save up a bit until I have, pretty close to enough money, and then I'll probably get him for $100. Hopefully by the time that I'm saving up, he'll go on sale for like $80, because I know Devastator went on sale for $80 really fast after he was released. So hopefully they'll go on sale and I'll get him. But I will get the Supreme Prime. It just might take a little bit after the the toy is released that I'll end up getting him. So there you go. So that's pretty much it. And just a quick on a side note, away from the toy fair, I did notice a couple updates with Skids. First of all, I had his door panel like this, and you just have to just move it like that and flip it down to create this like green thing. It doesn't stay perfectly flush with the arm, which is a shame, but it's still okay. Another thing, this is not something that I missed, that I didn't do right, but it's just something that you could do. I had it like this. If you take it out and flip this down, put it like this, and then flip it up, it locks onto the spoiler back there, and it pretty much just locks this backpack in fairly well. And then one last thing is when you kind of like open up the chest here. I said how it was a shame because there was no peg here and peg there to peg it in, but what I failed to see for some reason was there are 2 pegs right here, and there it is, 2 holes right here, and these holes peg into there, locking the chest in place. I'll lock it in place after I do this review. So there you go. So just a quick side note, updates of Skids. So there you go. So there is my toy plans, talking about the toy lines and my toy plans for what I'm gonna buy, and just all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so that's fantastic. So can't wait for all these new exciting toy lines to come out. I mean, they're all great, and just can't wait for them because they're very cool. So there you go. Reviews that you can expect to see in a couple weeks with my channel. I'm going to review all of the Pirates of the Caribbean toys that I have now that I haven't reviewed yet. I'm going to review Heavy. I'm looking for Cad Bane with Toto, and once I get him, I'll definitely review him. Let's see here. Corpse Bride, I have 2 like collector box sets. I'll review those as well. Maybe a few just random Transformers that I have failed to review. I will start to review them. So there you go. So just a quick, pretty much just update of what I plan to do in the future, I guess. That's what you can say. And then a quick update of Skids. So there you go. Sorry this video ran a bit of time, but you know, it's still cool. So there you go. So that's my plans for the future of toy buying when it comes to toys. So yeah, thanks for watching.